Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make this really cute, easy farmhouse fall burlap wreath. So keep watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought I would bring you a fall wreath tutorial. I know it's been a while since I have made a wreath on my channel, but you guys tend to love my wreath videos. So I thought now that it's August, it's the perfect time to go ahead and start some fall DIYs. So for today's video, you're gonna need a 14-inch wire wreath form. This one is from the Dollar Tree. And some burlap of your choice. This one is the 30-foot from Walmart, and we might need 2 of these, but I'll have the exact amount listed below. But you can also get burlap from Joann's or Hobby Lobby, Michael's, wherever you want. But this is just what I had on hand, and this is from Walmart. So I think we're just going to kind of go with the flow and see where this wreath takes us. I have quite a bit of supplies on the table, but I'll have everything listed down below for you guys. And if you're new here, my name is April. I do a lot of DIYs on my channel. I do a lot of wreath making, Dollar Tree crafts, and just fun DIYs. So if you like this kind of videos, I'm so glad you clicked on this, and let's go ahead and get started on this wreath. For today, I think I want to do the ruffle method. So you're going to need a couple of zip ties and some burlap. And to get started, we are just going to fold our burlap in half, and then we are just going to connect it to one of the rings that go vertically, so anywhere you want. So I think right here will be fine, and then we're just going to kind of crisscross it right here with the zip tie and connect it there. So as you can see, it's connected right here, kind of like going crisscross between these 2 sections on that middle ring. So we're just going to tie the zip tie just to make sure it's nice and secure. There we go. Just trim that. All right. So now it is secured to my wreath form, and we can go ahead and get started with this ruffle method. The ruffle method is super easy, and it makes for nice full wreaths. So you're just going to take your burlap and kind of fold it to both sides, so you're going to fold it in half, and it's going to go right around the second ring right here on your wreath form. So for the Dollar Tree wreath forms, there are 4 rings. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're just going to put it right here around the second ring. So you're just going to fold it up, kind of like a taco, like a soft taco, I guess. And you're going to fold it up, and you're going to try to make sure it's even on both sides. And I like the way that looks. And then you're just going to push it over to the side. And then you're just going to keep adding more burlap until you like how full and you achieve the look that you want to go for. See, guys, this is like super easy. So you just pull it up, and it's pretty even on both sides, and then you just push it to the side. I'm going to roll some of that out. And then you just push it up and push it to the side, and you just keep going until you achieve the amount that you want in each section. And then you'll notice once you kind of get to the end of the section, it starts getting kind of harder to push it through. And when you start to see that, you can probably go to the next section. I'm gonna keep going a little bit more because I want this nice and full, but you can totally stop whenever you want. So that looks pretty even, and that is what the first section is going to look like. So now to jump over to the next section, you'll see that vertical bar right there. All you have to do is just go underneath it. It's kind of awkward at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's really easy, and you just kind of pull it up. So there's that vertical bar, and then you're just going to continue the same way you did the first section. So we want to make sure it's nice and even on both sides, and then once we see that, we're just going to push it over to the side. I really like this method because it kind of reminds me of it's more primitive, it is more rustic, more farmhouse, and that is super in right now. And even if it's not perfect, you can't tell. That's what I love about this method. So I'm probably gonna fast forward a little bit, and then I will come right back when I either run out of this burlap or when I need to go to the next, the bottom section. So I will keep doing this, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have come to the end of my first piece of burlap, or first roll of burlap. So this is what it looks like so far. So all you have to do is, when you come to the end of your burlap, is just attach it back to your wreath. So I'm just taking a I keep wanting to call these pipe cleaners, but they're zip ties. It is nighttime, so I'm quite tired, but you're just gonna go ahead and attach that and then trim that off. And then we're gonna go ahead and start another roll. So that will just tuck in, you won't even be able to see it when we're done. And then I'm just going to fold it in half, and I am going to attach it right here somewhere, just on that second, the second ring. So we're just going to do that, and I'm going to take another zip tie. So I'm just going to attach the zip tie, make it nice and tight, and that is nice and secure. Then I'm just going to trim it off for now, and I'll go back and trim these a little bit better, but for now that's good. And then we're just going to push that over, and I'll cover it all up. So now we're going to go ahead, and you see we have that first roll of burlap that ended right here, and this is our new roll of burlap. We're just going to tuck those loose ends behind there, and then we are just going to continue pulling it through like we did. All right, so I think that is nice and full, so I'm going to go ahead and trim the rest of this burlap right here. It doesn't have to be perfect. We are just going to secure this right here, and that's what the wreath looks like so far. You could totally stop right here, or you can do what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go to the last two rings, and I'm going to continue this ruffle method right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take another zip tie, fold my burlap in half. Oh, somebody's car alarm's going off. I'm going to attach this right here, and this one might be a little bit harder because what you're going to do is you're going to have to pull it through this right here and this side right here. So just take your time on this section, and it will go right through just like it did on the first side. You just have to kind of pull it through so you can see you're going between that third ring right here and the very last fourth ring. So you're gonna get it to where you like it and then pull it over. And then you're gonna pull it through again. Make sure it's nice and even, and then push it over. And you're gonna continue that just like you did for the first round of burlap. You're gonna do that for the second round of burlap. So this is what the wreath looks like once you do 2 rolls of burlap. This took me 2 rolls of burlap to complete, and I did the inside and the outside. You could totally just do the inside like I did in the beginning, and that would be fine, but I wanted my wreath to look nice and full, so I did the inside and the outside. And that is what the back looks like. You can see a zip tie right there, but that is hidden, so you can't see it from the front, and it looks nice and uniform in the back. And then that is what the front looks like. This is perfect for a farmhouse wreath. You could stop right here. This could be perfect for all year long. It's very rustic, very farmhouse, but I am going to make this a fall burlap wreath. So at the Dollar Tree, I saw this sign. I think this sign was out last year as well, and I thought this would be perfect with this wreath. So I'm gonna do that. So I think for this, you could either put the sign in the middle, which would be fine, but I kind of want to put it down here towards the bottom. So I like that angle. This is kind of what I'm going for, maybe down here to the side. So I'm just going to feed a pipe cleaner right through there, and then I've got another one somewhere over here. And I'm just going to feed it through this hole. You can glue the pipe cleaners as well to the back, but I think just using the holes that are already in the sign will be good enough. Okay, so I've got the pipe cleaners kind of where I want them, and now I'm just going to twist them on the back. Just twist them a couple times on the back so they're nice and secure. And I'm going to trim them later just so in case I want to move them. But this is what it looks like right here, and it's kind of hanging to the side. I'm going to adjust that just a little bit. All right, so I think I'm gonna add a bow. I've already made a mistake, so we're gonna make a different one. But I'm gonna use that buffalo plaid check ribbon from Hobby Lobby, and this 1.5 inch ribbon with the pumpkins from Hobby Lobby. I do have other ribbon, but I think it might be a little too much, so we're gonna keep this wreath kind of more on the simpler Farmhouse rustic sides, so we're gonna just stick to these two. Every time I've made a bow, I've made it differently, every time. So there's no right or wrong way to make this. You could totally make it by hand. You could do a simple bow. You could do a big funky bow, whatever you want. Like I said, I'm just gonna wing it. I think we're gonna make the tail, I don't know. Do we wanna do 11 inches? Do we wanna do, maybe 11. 11 inches sounds good. So we're gonna make this tail 11 inches. And then this ribbon is the same print on both sides, so you don't have to twist it, but if it was a pretty print, you would always want to twist it so the pretty print is facing up, but it doesn't really matter for this ribbon. So I think I'm going to make my loops maybe 6 inches. I don't know. It's like my size of my hand, so 6 inches. And we'll do 6 inches. Try to make sure they're about the same. You totally don't have to measure this. You know, you guys can just do whatever you want. Like I said, I'm kind of going with the flow today. Like, actually, just using what I have on hand and seeing where this wreath takes me is kind of what I'm doing. So, let's see. And try to make them even if you can. I think I'm going to do maybe, I don't know. We got 6 loops here. Do you want to do 6 or do we want to do like maybe I'll just do 7. Let's just do something different. We'll do 7 loops. It doesn't even, you know what, it doesn't even matter. No, we'll do 6. We'll do 6. And that's okay if my tails not match up because I will make sure they're even at the end. And then I'm going to do this one. So I think those tails were like 11, so maybe we'll do this one like 8 or 7. All right. This one I am going to twist because you can tell that this is prettier on this side than the back side. So I'm going to twist it right here. And then I am going to actually make this pumpkin loop a little bit smaller than the buffalo plaid. So maybe like a fingertip smaller, as you can see right there. And then I'm just going to twist it, take it over. There we go. Doesn't have to be all that perfect, but try to get it as even as possible. You know, the beauty about making wreaths is like you can make them any way you want them. That's the beauty of crafting, actually. Nothing has to be like all that perfect. You guys can just use your imagination and you will come up with some awesome creations. So I think I did, do I just want to do 4 loops on this one? I did, maybe we'll just do 4. I don't know. I'm not sure, guys. Or maybe I'll just make these last ones a little bit smaller. Yeah, I'll just do a little bit tinier of a, I really wish I had a green ribbon. Maybe that's good. Take that out. Every time I've made a bow on this bow dabra, I've made it different. So you guys have probably seen a few of my videos and my bows always turned out different. And that's what I like about the bow dabra because I feel like there's no right or wrong way. You just do whatever you like. And however it turns out, that's good. All right, so to dovetail, we're just gonna fold the ribbon in half and cut at an angle, and I'll give you this nice pretty dovetail. I really need to get sharper scissors, but there you go. So we're gonna do that to both of, or all 4 of the tails of the ribbon. That's just, you wanna kind of fluff out your bow. I really like this pumpkin ribbon. I think it's so pretty. Perfect for fall. This would be perfect for Thanksgiving too, like this ribbon. All right, and like I say, every time I make a bow, it's never the same. You guys, my aunt is a florist, and she makes them by hand. She does a great job. So maybe next time I'm in my hometown, I'll get her to help me make them better by hand. Because I've made them by hand before, but they feel like my wreaths or my bows always turn out better when I use the bow dabra. But see, look how cute that turned out, and that's all fluffed out. And the tails are, the buffalo plaid tail is a little bit longer than this, so that's why I like the different variations in the sizes of the ribbon and how big you make your loops. So I think that is super cute. I love how this turned out. Okay, for now, we're gonna put the bow right here, and I can always change it if I don't like this location. So again, I have the pipe cleaners or Chanel stem, whatever you want to call it, and I'm just going to find a spot that I like. I'm sorry, this is kind of off camera, like trying to fit everything in. I've got my phone propped up on a box, so you know, we're just working with what we got right now. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of push this through. It can go through the burlap, that's totally fine. Just want to make it fit where I like it. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I've attached my bow to my wreath, and I actually ended up taking the sign off because once I attached the bow, I did not like where the sign was. But as you can see, the bow is right here. Let me see if I can bring it down a little bit for you guys. Right there, you can see the different texture in the bow, and I really love this pumpkin bow. This might be my new favorite for this season. I love how thick it is. It's kind of almost like that burlap deco mesh material. It's really, really nice, and I think it ties in well with the black and white buffalo plaid. So I put my bow on, and then I had the sign down here, like further down, and I just didn't think it was a good placement, and that's why I left these really long so I could move them. So I think I kind of still want it towards the side. I mean, you could totally have it towards the center, and I think it'd be okay, but I kind of like the off-side placement, so I think I'm going to do it right here. And as you can see, it's closer to the bow, and it actually will hide this one pipe cleaner that was kind of sticking out. So we're going to go ahead and attach this and just do the same thing that I did before. I'm just feeding it through, and I'm going to twist it in the back, and we are going to attach this, and I'm going to see how I like it once it's placed in its new spot. Alright, so I have finally placed the sign where I thought it looked best. That took actually longer to decide on the sign than probably everything else, but all in all, I think this wreath probably took me a little over an hour to make, which is not bad at all, because if you guys make wreaths, sometimes you guys know they take a little longer, but this one was probably, honestly, if I wasn't filming, it'd probably take me less than an hour, but this did take me a little over an hour, and the trickiest part was finding the placement for the sign. And like I said, I do have extra embellishments that I could add, and I thought about adding, but I don't know, I think I'm going to go with less is more on this one and just do the simple bow and the sign. But I love how this turned out. There's the bow. I'm obsessed with that. And there is the sign. I am going to get it at another angle, and then I will also put it on my front door to show you guys. Okay, so here is what it looks like all finished, and at the end I am going to put it on my front door so you guys can see, but I love how this bow turned out. I think it's so cute and perfect for fall. I love these little pumpkins and this buffalo plaid, and I think the buffalo plaid and the pumpkins tie in perfectly to this black and white sign. It just looks perfect with this combination because the pumpkins have that pretty rustic orange color just like it does on the ribbon, and the buffalo plaid goes with the black and white. But this is what it looks like, and I am obsessed. I think it is so cute. I'm going to go put it on my front door and let you guys see it out in natural light. And yeah, I'm excited to see what it looks like on my door. And here is the wreath on my front door, and I love how it turned out. I think this is super cute for this upcoming fall season, and it really was really easy to make. If you guys enjoy these type of videos and love DIYs and wreath making, please hit that thumbs up button. It really helps my channel out. And if you're new here, I'd love for you to stick around and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to know when I upload new videos, please hit that bell notification and you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!